What's happening, guys? Alright, how's it going now? It is the 26th of December. About, what's that, 10 o'clock at night or 2200 right now. We are heading northbound on State Route 37 in Missouri. Basically coming up from Rogers, Arkansas. Going to be, we're on our way to Cassville, Missouri to pick up a load of chicken from George's Chicken. I have been to this shipper before. It's been a while though. Last time I came from Joplin and Neosho and went across over to Monette and then came down 37. But this time I'm on my way up from Clarksville, Arkansas. I made a delivery this afternoon there in Clarksville. That was a load of, I think it was milk that I picked up in Caston, Wisconsin. Yeah. Okay, so now George's, it's normally going to be a drop and hook pickup. I don't know that the load will be ready to go, but we can hope it is. It has a pickup window between 1400 and midnight. And here's the weird part. So this load is, I'm going to tell you in advance, this load is going to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, to the Walmart DC there. It's easily over 250 miles from Cassville to Pauls Valley. I would even say probably even closer to 300 if I had to guess. So we're talking a good 5-hour trip. So how is it I can leave Cassville on time based on my drop dead time being midnight tonight and be expected to be in Pauls Valley at 2 in the morning? Yeah, I'd really like to know the answer to that one. Now, if everything had worked out in Clarksville as it ideally could have or should have, and I was able to get here earlier, okay, and assuming the load was ready to go by the time I got here, then okay, yeah, it shouldn't have been a problem. But even then, oh no, yeah, I think I have the drive clock to work with. But, I mean, still, we gotta assume that the load won't be ready for me to leave with until right at drop dead time, which is midnight tonight. Even as it is, I think I can be out of there maybe just a little bit after 11. You know, if everything goes well, and that's assuming the load's ready for me as soon as I get there. And there's still no chance in hell that I'm gonna get that load to Pauls Valley at 2 in the morning. No way, no possible, not even any remote possibility. So I'm really curious about how and why that got scheduled like that. Whatever, I guess. Anyway, it's been one of those days though, because alright, so I got to Clarksville right around midnight last night. Yeah, I got parked over at the Loves. Yeah, I needed a shower. It wasn't really. Yeah, normally I wouldn't be too picky about where I park, but if I want a shower, it's like I want somewhere where I can actually take a shower. So I chose to park at the Loves. And okay, come delivery time, I had a 13:45 appointment time. I get over there, and I noticed the trucks that were in line in front of me all started parking in the. There's like 4 staging spots right there just past the guard shack there. And I was like really curious what is going on here. It's kind of odd for Walmart to have anybody go park in those staging spots. Unless maybe they're showing maybe one of them, because they're showing up too early or something, and they might say, yeah, just go ahead and park there and then come back like in 15 minutes or something, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure why they have those staging spots there, but I've never been told to park at them. Then I get up to the front of the line, And I go to check in, and then the guard tells me, yeah, we're dead in the water. I can't check you in. The system went down. Now I'm gonna get zoomed in here. I had it zoomed out so you guys could see. I get a perspective on where about we're at in relation to other places like Joplin, or I don't know if I had it zoomed out enough where you can see Fort Smith, Arkansas, or Kansas City, or anything like that. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, he said we're dead in the water. So okay, no problem. I guess I'll wait in the truck until it comes back up, and then figured he'll tell me when he's ready for me to check in. But actually, now that I know what's going on and those other trucks all parked in the staging area, I figured there's a better chance he's probably just going to go let the other drivers know in the staging area that when they can come back over and check in. And that's exactly what ended up happening. That ended up happening almost 2 hours after I got there. I got there about, I don't know, 12:50-ish. For a 13:45 appointment time. I didn't. I get up there. You know, he calls everybody back in, whatever, around. It was already after. I think closer to like 3. Well, getting closer to 3 o'clock, I think. Already a good hour after my appointment time, and at this point, knowing how Walmart usually does things, they can't get, if you can't make it there by an hour before your appointment time, normally they'll just tell you you're gonna have to come back and reschedule. I mean, you have to leave and then reschedule for a new appointment time. But yeah, they ended up doing that. They let us. I mean, they ended up letting us all check in, but you know, they had to do it all by paper or whatever, and just kind of flying blind kind of thing. Oh, here's your truck number, trailer number, and fuel, and whatever other information they needed for their system, and then said, all right, go ahead and go park in this particular area of the lot, and go check in, and they'll give you a dock tour. So I get over there, get checked in, and they give me a dock tour right away. I go dock in, and right at about 3 hours later, they call me up. Now, here's the thing. Normally, Walmart, when you're done unloading, they'll tell you your bills are ready. Do not hook back up to your trailer until after you come in and get your bills first. However, there is one particular Walmart DC. I don't remember which one it is. It could be that one, or it could be a different one. I know there's one in particular where, and it's always a woman that I remember telling me that, and who always says, can you come to the office, please? You know, and she says that because I guess they still have problems with drivers hooking back up their trailers before they're supposed to. Because it's their policy, don't hook up to your trailer until you have signed bills in your hand first. And, well, outside of that one DC, which I don't even remember which one it is, every time I've had them tell me, can you come back to the office, please? It's because I had a shifted load, and they either want me to restack it, or leave the property and have someone else restack it because they won't touch it. You know, I've had it happen like 3 times where, you know, usually pick up in Colton, California, you know, and the load is like, you know, they wrap it like shit or something. Saw a bird go flying across there. Big like an owl or something. I don't know what it was. It's pretty big. But, yeah, I've had it happen a few times, and most of the time when they tell me that, I end up having to go on the dock floor and restack the pallets. It's either, volunteer to go in and restack them because they won't do it themselves, or leave and come back after it's been restacked by somebody else. So, but I think, well, I've already been there for 3 hours. Usually they'll tell me pretty quickly after I dock in, and they start getting ready to unload me, if they're going to do that at all. So I just figured it's one of these other cases again where they're just going to tell me, yeah, we're good to go. Everything was good, whatever. Alright, so I get in there. Now, there's like this hallway you go into there in the shipping and the receiving office. And then there's the door that actually goes into the receiving office. Now, I get into the hallway, and there's a bunch of other drivers all lined up right there. I'm like, oh, great, this is going to be interesting. So I just figured they were telling everybody to, like, they were just calling everybody at the same time to let them know the bills were ready. Come on, dude. I'm surprised my collision avoidance system didn't go off from that. I was about ready to smash my accelerator, but I knew if I did, that stupid thing was going to chirp at me. But anyway, yeah, like I'm just sitting there chit-chatting with a couple other drivers. Like the one who was right behind me in the line there was also the same guy who was right behind me at the guard shack. And but anyway, someone else comes out of the office and ends up telling everybody, all of us out there who were still waiting, hey, yeah, they weren't able to unload, and they said that I'm gonna have to come back and they're gonna have to leave and reschedule and come back later. Like, oh, great, okay. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, I could have sworn I heard someone going in and out of my trailer, even though I wasn't hooked up to it and I was not even touching it. You can still hear the sound of the forklift operator going in and out. And I wasn't really sure if it was the adjacent trailer or mine, but I had reason to think it might have been mine, so I figured, oh yeah, we're good. But then I get in the office, and I know they're telling some Somali-looking guy that, the same thing, trying to explain to him that he's going to have to, that they weren't able to unload him because the system being down, and he'll have to, leave and reschedule to come back. So I'm like waiting for the same bad news. And sure enough, I end up getting it. We weren't able to unload you. You're going to have to come back, call us back in a couple hours to reschedule, and then we'll get you set up with a different time. So I sent my dispatch, hey, because that's not my job to do that. That's our CSR's job to do that. So I let my dispatch know, hey, yeah, we got this issue here, and and I had already told them before that there was a problem with the system. Let's see, trying to figure out, I don't know what parking lot's gonna, passing lane ends 1,500 feet, okay. So I better stay behind parking lot then. Anyway, I get back out to my truck, and I go to hook back up to it. And now I do what I normally do. Oh, well, actually, this time, even if I was expecting to have an empty trailer, I have a standard practice of get hooked up, hook my airlines up, inspect my fifth wheel latch, raise my landing gear back up, pull the chalk, and then pull forward just about 5-10 feet, and then get out and inspect the trailer. Even if it's empty, and I'm expecting it to be empty, I'll still go back there and look at it to make sure if any load locks that were previously back there are still there, and make sure it actually is still empty. Because there are times where I've had time where I get the bills back and there's nothing really documented that there's any OS&D issues, and then I go back to my truck and dock out and I find, hey, there's products in my trailer. What the hell's going on here? It could have been something that was maybe on a multi-stop load that ended up not getting offloaded by a previous stop or something, or maybe they didn't document an OS&D that was there or something. I've had that happen. So, I have that normal practice there. And this time around, I was expecting my trailer to still be full of product. And I know when I picked up the load, the last pallet was really close, pretty close to the back of the trailer. So when I go to, I was going to swing my door shut to keep the product cold still. And then when I, let's see. next half a mile. I don't know if I'm crap. Half mile, I don't think so. I'm not sure it's going to be enough room to work with. This guy's only doing 51, but no, I'll just wait. Maybe if there's another passing. No, we're getting too close. We're only 2 miles away from our turn, so I'll just deal with him. But I go to start swinging my left door toward the close to close and latch it, and I'm looking in between the gap there where the hinge area is at to look inside the trailer, and I'm expecting to see that last pallet still sitting there, like within a couple of feet of the back of the trailer. And I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see anything yet. What the hell? And I keep swinging the trailer door, and the more I swing it, the more I still see empty space in there. I'm like, what the hell? So when I get that trailer door almost all the way to the, to where I'm ready to close it, I move over to the side to take a look inside, and like my trailer's completely empty. And I'm like, this is a head scratcher now. What do I do? Because they're not technically done, but I mean it's still pending OS&D and all that, like inventory issues. So like I said, there could still be OS&D stuff that they might, they could reject product or something. So technically, I could still be on the hook, but I'm empty. And they're sending me away, so I'm thinking, why would I want to still stay there if I'm empty? And when I have another load, I need to get picked up right away. Like, I don't want to keep sitting there in limbo with an empty trailer and sitting over at the truck stop. If I could just go ahead and get rolling, and oh yeah, everything's hunky-dory anyway. So, and I ended up going back inside. The guy in the door 2 spots over from me, he had the same issue. He was actually in line 2 trucks behind me at the guard shack. And so we were both chit-chatting about that on the way back to the guard shack. And I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I'm good to leave or what. So we both go back in there. The receiving guy, one of the receiving guys, asks what we need, and tell him, we're both empty, but we're still on the hook. I'm kind of confused. We don't know what to do. I don't know if I can just go ahead and send my empty call and leave, or if I need to hang out and wait for you guys to say that I can come back and get my signed bills afterward or something. All right. And so then I ended up finding out that since we were good to go, and then I ended up getting some handwritten piece of paper that I guess the transportation manager, whoever it was, wrote, saying to whom it may concern, whatever we had this, whatever this system is called, went down at such and such time, and we weren't able to get it back up. And basically saying we don't have proof of the normal proof of delivery, and this will have to suffice. Okay. Why is this guy coming out the entrance side? It's been so long. It's been a bit since I've been here, so I don't know if that might be how they want us to do it anyway. But the other guy's the chicken truck, so I can't really do anything with that. I mean, I can't do what he just did. All right, let me go ahead and get checked in here in a bit and figure out what's going on next. All right, guys, we are checked in now. We're gonna first thing first. We're going to park right up here about where these other trucks are at, and then check in at the shipping office, and then they will give us further directions from there. I know last time I was here we ended up dropping my empty, I thought it was back there in that northwest end somewhere, but could be wrong. Alright, yeah, and then we got these other trucks docked in over here, so I definitely don't want to be over there blocking them if I can avoid it. So yeah, I'll just get in behind this guy real quick. These guys are all chicken trucks. Okay, I'm gonna get checked in and figure out what we're gonna do next. Alright guys, we're checked in, and good news. Almost always good news when you go in there and after the guy goes on the computer, he goes and grabs, goes looking for bills to grab. Because that usually means that they're ready. And sure enough, yeah, it is ready to go. We're just going to go ahead and drop our empty right here in this area over here in front of us. And hook to our other trailer and get out of here. Let me see if there's enough. It looks like there's enough room here. It looks like it might be a little on the tight side, but yeah, it's probably gonna be a little tight, but it might be doable there. There's 2 spots to work with there, but so what I'm gonna do here is probably square it up first, and then I want to make sure my tractor's squared up with the trailer so I can see down both sides to be sure I know what I'm working with. No. Over rotating. Okay, we're definitely good there. Yeah, we're good. Definitely room to work with there. Because it does look a little bit wedged. Yeah, even though I'm kind of straight with this guy here, I'm pointing toward the back of the other trailer, but I think it's a little bit of an illusion there. Okay, that should work. Get this disconnected and go find her loaded. Our loaded should be over that direction somewhere. Alright guys, should be hooked, disconnected. Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're going to be looking for H00340. Should be down that way somewhere. That one had a reefer unit running, so I had to double check it. It wasn't ours, but it took me a second to figure out who it belonged to. Gonna be in here? Oh wait, what are these? I see some reefer trailers over here on around this building here. But that doesn't look like I'm gonna find my trailer over there. So yeah, and I see Prime over here, so it's got to. Yeah, it's probably gonna be over here somewhere. Ah, shit. I don't think I can get there between Prime and that other trailer. I'm gonna go around. Because it doesn't look like... Must be another way into there that I didn't notice. That camera really comes in handy because I can see better with the camera than I can over there. So yeah, and I have a wide enough view with that camera that where I can see stuff through there before I can see it from because my B pillar blocks my view. So freaking love that system. Alright, where do we need to go to get back there? Must be maybe in this gap here between the cooling building and this drop trailer here. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it'll work. There's a Hirschbach right in front of us. Can't tell if it's mine. No, it is not. There's a Hirschbach right there, but damn chrome numbers, I can't read it. I can see the Hirschbach logo down there at the bottom underneath the reefer unit, but I can't read the trailer number. These two are not it, so no. It might be that one over there then. The one that I can't read. That one. That's one of ours, but it's not mine. Yeah, it's got to be this one over here that I was looking at, but I couldn't read. That's CEI's trailer. Yep, that's it right there. Like it could be a fun time trying to get the landing gear up though, but I do feel good. Well, I don't feel a ton of pressure, but I can tell that my fifth wheel made good contact, so yeah, everything looks good there. Probably raise my airbags up just and if need be I can pull it out. You know, I raise my airbags up, it'll hopefully get the landing gear off the ground, and then I can pull out and raise the gear that way. Alright, I'm going to get pre-tripped and we'll get out of here. Let you know. I already talked about where it's going anyway. Alright guys, we're done pre-tripping here. Everything looks good to go, although a couple of miscellaneous parts from other trailers sitting outside right by my trailer had me questioning it. There was a mud flap and a piece of a air ride suspension, you know, the bell thing that the airbag sits on. Had, you know, the airbag thing was sitting right underneath my ICC bar, and then the mud flap was between my trailer and the next one over. And I was like, hope that didn't come from it didn't come from my trailer, did it? Even though I just did a good pre-trip, and I knew that it was all my stuff was right, but I had to second guess myself. Alright, anyway, we got a scale right here that we can use to check our weights. It's 39,000 pound load, so I'm definitely going to want to check it first before leaving. Yeah, I see an indicator there on the wall, so write down my weights on here. 480. Okay. Oh, I guess they got a skill master in there because the light's changing for me. Yeah, they got a skill master in there. Yeah, that weight is good. That's going to be 33,000 or so, almost 33,000. Yeah, we should be good. Let me see how this works. Man, she made it even easier on me. She came out to meet me halfway there. I was expecting to go in the building to get it, but kudos to her. Wasn't expecting that. All right, so we'll come back over to the same time. Our weights are all good, by the way. I think I mentioned that already. Which is great because now I can send my loaded call, and even better, last time I was here, turned out my my load weighed in at 79.9. Yeah, just barely legal. I was a little bit surprised, but I'm happy we're hunky dory here. All right, guys, we are good to go here. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. You guys already know where it's going to. I'm going to take basically 37 up to Monette and then take whatever that highway is there, I forget. I don't know if that's US 60 or what. Take that over to the Osho, which is not too many miles south of Joplin and Carthage area, and I'll take US 60 straight across from there until I can get on to the Turner Turnpike over there between Joplin and Tulsa. Take that down to Oklahoma City and then down I-35 from there. Alright, that's what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. That way I can swap out my cards and all that too. And no doubt, we'll see you guys. Have a good night. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.